Our guest tonight is the chairman of the, with all due respect, Star Trek fan club. He's done his Trekkie imitation for us and also his Godfather impression. Tonight we're going to ask him to do his POTUS impression. Senator Ted Cruz, thanks for coming back on the show. You had a big day yesterday. It's been a really busy 24 hours. I want to know, since the moment you took that stage yesterday to right now, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you out there?
You know, I don't know about funniest, but I'd say the coolest thing was how well my girls did. The announcement was at Liberty. There were 12,000 screaming college kids there, and the girls are 4 and 6. And Heidi and I were really nervous. You know, 4 and 6-year-old girls don't necessarily do well with a roaring auditorium. We did a practice the day before. We tried to get them ready, and they did phenomenal. I was blown away. Caroline was high-fiving people up there. I was really proud that they didn't freak out and run off the stage at all the noise, and they did awesome.
They were, like both their parents, full of poise yesterday. It was quite great to see. Is there anything about this process that you, for all your poise, find intimidating?
Oh, look, I mean, this takes your breath away. I mean, you can't help but be in awe of having the opportunity to run for President of the United States, to potentially lead the greatest country in the history of the world at a time of enormous threat. I mean, I can tell you, serving in the Senate, I mean, there's not a day that I don't wake up astonished to be where I am. Now,
some of your colleagues feel the same.
Or even more astonished that I'm where I am.
Yeah.
So that marks, I think, referring to the question of whether it's anything that's intimidating about running for president. I'm curious about whether there's anything about the office of the presidency, the notion that you could be the president. What's intimidating to you about that?
Anyone who is not taken aback at the awesome responsibility of, number one, defending this country. The principal responsibility of the president is to be the commander-in-chief, to defend this nation. We are in a more and more dangerous world, and I think by 2017 it is only going to have gotten more dangerous after that. Anyone who the weight of that responsibility doesn't weigh on your shoulders contemplating it, is not, frankly, fit to contemplate the office.
Let me move you to some news a day as busy as they are. I know you know the Wall Street Journal reported today that Israel spied on the United States. Allies spy on each other all the time. But let me ask you, if you were president, as president, would you tolerate Israel spying on the United States, and would you have the United States spy on Israel?
Well, actually, my understanding of the story is that they reported that Israel spied on Iran.
No, they said they spied on the United States as well.
And at the end of the day, it's an interesting thing that in the course of these negotiations, we're apparently communicating the terms of the negotiations with Russia, with other countries, but not with Israel.
I agree, but I just want to get you to my question, which is, again, would you tolerate Israel spying on the United States, and would you have the United States spy on Israel if you were president?
At the end of the day, it is no surprise to anybody that countries engage in espionage and defend their own national security interests.
So you would continue to spy on Israel as the United States apparently does now?
At the end of the day, what every country is going to do is defend their national security interests. I'll say this, Israel lives in a very tough neighborhood. And if one thing sadly has been clear in the Obama administration, it's that they have real reason to be concerned this administration won't stand with them.